is noon here in Beijing. This is the News Hour on CCTV News. We start this program from Singapore, which is the venue for the ongoing 11th Asia Security Summit. And at that platform, the United States has made a major defense policy announcement. The U.S. now saying it plans to move a majority of its warships, as much as 60% of them, to the Asia-Pacific region by 2020. Defense Secretary Leon Panetta was one of the keynote speakers at the Shangri La Dialogue. He made this announcement in his opening remarks. CCTV correspondent Miro Liu has our top story from Singapore.
But this new fiscal reality, kind of challenge that many nations...
Addressing a room of senior civilian and military leaders at the 11th IISS Asia Security Shangri La Dialogue in Singapore, U.S. Secretary of Defense Leon Panetta offered the details of a new U.S. military strategy for the first time.
And by 2020, the Navy will reposture its forces from today's roughly 50-50% split between the Pacific and the Atlantic to about a 60-40 split between those oceans. That will include 6 aircraft carriers in this region, a majority of our cruisers, destroyers, littoral combat ships, and submarines.
Panetta said U.S. budget problems and cutbacks would not stop the changes, adding that the U.S. Defense Department had money in a 5-year budget plan to achieve its goals. One of the hot topics at this year's Shangri La Dialogue is the territorial disputes between China and the United States allies in South China Sea. Panetta said the U.S. does not take sides, but they do want the disputes to be resolved peacefully in a matter consistent with international law.
The U.S. position is clear and consistent. We call for restraint and for diplomatic resolution. We oppose provocation, we oppose coercion, and we oppose the use of force.
Panetta later emphasized that an increased U.S. presence in the Asia-Pacific is definitely not a challenge to China. Its new role is not as a distant power, but as a part of the Pacific family. Miro Liu, CCTV News, Singapore.